we've learned some new information about the investigation into Macmiller's death. And you know, of course, that the rapper was found dead in his home in the Valley last week. And now we know how long he was how long he was dead.
We
before
thought when the person found him that he was in cardiac arrest and still alive.
Right.
That is just not true.
No, in fact, what we're told is that it was several hours before that, and the call was made just before noon on September 7th. Mac was dead several hours before that call was made.
Yeah, you know, Charles, they spoke to people there, and the last person to see him alive was, I think, about 10:30 the night prior when they were partying at the house and hanging out. And when they got there, when paramedics got there, they were just signs that he had been deceased for, you know, multiple hours before he was discovered.
Now, what's interesting about that, Dennis, is that there was a party the night before. This was an apparent drug OD. So when you start putting two and two together, you start asking the questions that we kind of asked with Demi Lovato. So what was going on at the party?
Who was there?
And what state did they leave him in when they left the party? You know, and when did he die? And those are all relevant questions the coroner is going to ask in this investigation, right?
They are, but there's no criminal culpability for this.
No,
you
but
know?
in terms of the coroner trying to figure this thing out.
I think they're going to figure out what, and I think it's going to basically come down to, you know, what he ingested and what killed him.
Was he in the house? He wasn't in the house alone, right? There were other people.
No, there were people in the house.
There were people in the house, and there were people that came over the next morning.
There were people who stayed overnight, right?
Well, we don't know whether they stayed.
Or did they leave at some point and come back?
Correct. We were told some people did stay at his home. Sometimes unclear if they were that night, but there were definitely people there before the night that he overdosed, and then people who showed up the next morning too.
So they want to find out, was this a drug party? What were they doing? What were they taking? And again, what state was he in when they all left? If they did all leave. I mean, they have a lot of questions to answer.
Hi, Monica from Chico. I think this is unfortunate, and I give my condolences to his family, and I really hope they can find out who was there and maybe have some closure for his family to see what was going on before this happened. These celebrities get money and they have unlimited resources. It's so sad that he died. I feel really bad for him and his family.
Yeah. By the way, the police believe that the house was swept clean of drugs. They only found a tiny bit of white powder.
Which is another reason why it's going to be important to find out, was anybody actually in the house.
Right.